To follow a massive search for an escaped fugitive who is considered extremely dangerous.
37-year-old Derek Capozzi has ties to organized crime and was serving time for several violent crimes, which include cutting up the body of a 19-year-old murder victim. Officers say about 10 o'clock this morning, Capozzi kicked out the door of a van transporting him and got away despite being handcuffed and shackled. The van was turning onto Highway 33 from the Bluegrass Parkway in Woodford County. Police have been tracking down numerous leads, including a report of a man fitting the fugitive's description, trying to flag down drivers on Military Pike in Fayette County. This was just before 10 o'clock tonight. Another major lead came nearby on Frogtown Lane near Parker's Mill in Fayette County at the Woodford County line. That's where a hunter says he saw the man in a field. Our Gabriel Rojas begins our top story team coverage. He's live now from the search area. It's been a very long night, Gabriel.
Yeah, Amber, all day long, this search has had great moments of promise when we thought at any moment agents might bring out the suspect, but inevitably the search moved somewhere else. Well, in the last few hours, there's been a lot of focus on this general area near the intersection of Parker's Mill Road and Versailles Road, and police say they're prepared to stay out here all night. Since their day began, law enforcement officers from as many as 6 different agencies conducted a manhunt for an increasingly elusive target.
Mr. Capozzi is a very, very resourceful inmate, and he was able to slip those cuffs. We've now determined that he did get out of the cuffs and the leg irons.
As the hours unfolded, leads that seemed promising fell short, and the potential for danger grew.
He was not armed when he left our custody, when he escaped. But it's our opinion that he should be treated as armed dangerous because he could have armed himself by this time.
Just as agents pulled back from this area off the Bluegrass Parkway, a lone hunter in a field not far away saw something suspicious.
I was walking around looking for muskrats because I usually shoot them.
This man didn't want his name released, but he says he saw a white man with a shaved head and a skinny to medium build wearing a white t-shirt.
He was hiding behind the bushes, but as soon as I walked out in front of where he was, about 20 yards off, he saw me and just took off running up the hillside.
The description, timing, and location all matched, and officers surrounded the area.
We're expanding that search. Every time we get a new circle, we're making it bigger and bigger.
But as night fell, police pulled back their search dogs to reorganize.
It won't be called off until he's found.
Now, I can tell you where we are. We will periodically see spikes in police traffic. We'll see cruisers headed down towards Versailles. Sometimes we'll see some go back down this area, down Parker's Mill Road, back towards that field where we thought we had that one sighting. And I just spoke to police. They tell me that's because as word gets out, they're getting more and more calls, and they have to treat each one of these calls seriously. This is still very much an active search, and we'll continue to bring you all the details as they become available. For now, we're live in Lexington. Gabriel Rojas, WKYT 27 News First.
You can only imagine what it's like to live in that area
Yes.
and know that all this is going on right around you. This, needless to say, has been a wild night in the area of the Woodford and Fayette County line.
Once again, this is the main area where authorities are focused now. This is off of Versailles Road near Parker's Mill, where that hunter says he saw the fugitive. Needless to say, it's been a frightening night, as we said, for folks living in that area. Our Cheryl Glassford continues our top story team coverage.
Well, it's been a frightening night for the people that live here on Frogtown Lane. As you can see, there are still several authorities here on scene since that possible sighting earlier tonight. Now, there are just a few people that live out here, but the people that do live in these homes are on edge and their doors are locked.
Just stay inside and don't come out. Keep the doors locked.
That's what the families who live on Frogtown Lane were told to do Thursday evening after a possible sighting of fugitive Derek Capozzi.
There's only like 2 or 3 families that live around here, but no one besides us two go down in that forest.
This man, who didn't want to give his name, says his cousin had the possible sighting.
I was just up at my grandparents' house visiting them, doing a little work for them, just kind of helping them out within the garden, and then I get a call from my cousin.
Soon, police were on scene telling everyone to be careful.
That was our number one concern is for them. We made contact with all those residents that live on the street, asked them to remain in their homes.
The people living on the road were not taking any chances, including this man's grandmother.
He's got the doors locked and kind of just staying inside.
And again, just a shocking day for the people that live along this road who say they never expect something to happen like this out here in such a peaceful area. In Lexington, Cheryl Glassford, WKYT 27 News First.
Capozzi, who is 37, was scheduled to be released from prison until 2046 when he would have been 73 years old.
Today's story in central Kentucky reopens a nightmare for a family in the Boston area. 19-year-old Aislinn Silva was murdered in a mob hit in 1996. It was years before parts of her body were actually found, and many years before gang members were convicted for her murder. Investigators say her neck was snapped by the gang, and then Derek Capozzi, the escapee in Kentucky now, helped cut her body up and got rid of it in pieces. Tonight, we talked to the murdered girl's stepmother in Boston by phone about what she thinks of Capozzi.
There's no way I want him ever to see the outside of a prison ever again. And it makes it doubly upsetting because her birthday is actually Saturday the 17th. So, you know, it's a sad time of the year anyway. And now with him out, I mean, we were just so glad that everything was finally over with and everybody was in prison, and now it's just unbelievable.
All 6 members